Bank of South Sudan strategized national currency reform. Government and MTN launched ICT Hub at Macal to enhance access to information. Authorities in Abyei appeal for humanitarian support as 881 households returned from Sudan. A very good evening. This is SSBC News coming to you live in our studio headquarters here in Juba. My name is Mayriam Yok to take you through our news. The National Minister of Health, Sarah Equatoria, say government is commitment to providing healthcare service across the country. Speaking to SSBC following a meeting with the Warab State Governor, Ambassador Bulwek Agot in Juba on Monday, Minister Sarah expressed her ministry's readiness to providing the necessary support to strengthen Warab State's health sector. During the meeting, the two leaders discussed several key issues concerning governance and health needs of Warab State. Ambassador Bulwek said his visit to the ministry aimed at seeking emergency support to ensure essential healthcare service reach the people of his state.
An opportunity to discuss a number of issues as he prepares to go and assume his responsibilities in the state. We had the opportunity to discuss a number of issues related in managing a state and sharing experience. We'll also see what other possibilities, ways we can supply the state, and we hope to find something to give to the governor, some medications to take with him as he goes to the state soon. And we will continue working on ways, because there is so much in terms of health, and we will continue to working together to strengthen the health system, build capacity of our human resources, and then also empower the Health Science Institute in the state.
I'm here seeking her support to my leadership, seeking her assistance for emergency services to the Warab State, and therefore I'm here to appeal to Madam Sarah Equatoria, the Minister of Health of the Republic of South Sudan, confirm her support to me in my leadership and her support from her ministry to the people who are in need.
Government commends Canada's continued support, particularly in promoting girl child education. This followed a meeting between the Minister of General Education and Instruction, Dr. Kuyok Abul Kuyok, met with the Canadian ambassador to South Sudan, Juan Means, in Juba, where they explore areas of cooperation aimed at strengthening South Sudan's education sector. Ambassador Means stated that Canada has invested over $25 million in South Sudan's education sector over the past 5 years, emphasizing the need for greater investment to ensure quality and inclusive education for all.
Canada is a strong partner for the Ministry of Education. They have been supporting us not only with the guests, but Canada is also a multi-donor with the Global Partnership for Education. So we're happy that Canada has also committed itself to continue to support.
Canada, over the past 5 years, investing $25 million alone and continue to investing $25 million alone and continue to support the people of South Sudan. Canada remains a strong partner of education here for girls to access schools and to improve their learning outcomes. And Canada urges the government of South Sudan to increase its education sector budget allocations and ensure that allocated funds provide schools with.
The National Minister of Agriculture, Food Security, Hossein Abdelbaghia Cole, met with the Governor of Warab State, Ambassador Bulwek, in Juba on Monday. The mechanization Emmanuel Sam say the meeting centered on the technical support, including providing farmers with the necessary knowledge and skills and technologies to increase productivity. Governor Bulwek revealed that the state has allocated 250 Fedans. The governor of Warab State appreciated the Ministry for Agriculture support this harming exercise addressing the communal violence in the state.
He reaffirmed his commitment to support the states in terms of technical cooperation, in terms of provision of agricultural machinery, in terms of provision of seeds for this season. He also highlighted on his part to lobby for foreign aid to support the state with 300 tractors with full implements that can support states in the 3 administrative areas. And in the discussion also, he touched about the importance of peaceful coexistence amongst the communities in Warab State, so that they can rally behind the leadership of our President, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, who is a uniting factor for the country.
What Warab State needs really is services, so that after completing the disarmament, I should be able to give our people an opportunity to be productive. And we talk in details. I can say this is well-informed discussion. We have talked about the programs of agriculture in the state, in which they have given us 3 tractors. They are not complete. And we are yet to receive more than this, because there are a good number of tractors in Port Sudan. If we get facilitation, we will get them here, and each state will deserve its portion. In this regard, in June of 30 per state, Warab will be a beneficiary in that distribution.
The Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Akwei Bona Malwal, and the Acting Chairperson of the African Union Subcommittee on Refugees, Returnees and Internally Displaced Persons, Ambassador Chochile Imbo, discussed addressing the increasing of refugees crisis caused by ongoing conflict in Sudan. The high-level meeting held in Juba focused on growing humanitarian pressure following influx of Sudanese refugees to South Sudan. Minister Akwei acknowledged the AU's continued support, emphasizing the need for urgent and coordinated humanitarian efforts. Speaking to SSBC, Ambassador Iwebo said the subcommittee is mandated to addressing the plight of refugees, returnees, and internally displaced persons, expressing commitment to working closely with South Sudanese authorities to manage the situation effectively.
The purpose of this meeting is to assess the humanitarian needs that we have in South Sudan, to examine the impact of the new case load of refugees, especially those from the Republic of Sudan, to also examine the free movement, governance around the borders, the infrastructure and other things that the Republic of South Sudan is also doing in order to ensure that free movement is effective.
Last of this short break, we shall be right back. Surely stay tuned, don't go away. Welcome back from that short break. You're still watching SSBC News. MTN Mobile Company has officially handed over the new ICT Hub to the Mangatene communities in a ceremony held on Monday. Officiating the ceremony, the Deputy Minister of Information, Communication Technology and Postal Service, David Yao, praised MTN for supporting digital development and empowering local learners. MTN Chief Executive Officer Mapula Bodivi said the hub is aimed at enhancing access to information and employment opportunities for residents. A representative of the National Communication Authority, Dud Achol, encouraged MTN to prioritize digital connectivity in remote areas. As part of the handover, MTN also distributed 50 smartphones to selected community members. A local teacher speaking at the event expressed gratitude, calling the hub a major step toward digital literacy in the area.
So this ICT Hub is more than just buildings with computers. It is a beacon of hope and opportunity. In a world increasingly shaped by the technology, access to information and communication is not a luxury, but a fundamental right for the residents of Mangatene. This hub will open doors to education, skill developments, and connectivity that were previously out of reach. It will empower individuals, bridge device, and foster services. So we recognize the unique challenges faced by internally displaced persons. The establishment of this hub in an IDP camp demonstrates the profound understanding of these needs and dedication to inclusive development.
Nowadays, ICT is a very important sector that is cross-cutting and touching every aspect of our lives. The way the world is changing so fast. This one is, let it just be a pilot. Go to a very remote area. Next time I would want us to go to a remote area, very far, South Sudan, no electricity, no access roads or anything, and launch the same thing here.
The 21 Days of Yellow Care is a staff voluntary program. Every year when we go out, we seek different projects that we seek to empower community, to enable access to community, to develop community. And this year, Mangatene became our focus. One of the things we always try to do is to focus on the most underserved areas, because MTN has a belief system. One of our belief systems is that everyone deserves the benefit of a modern connected life. So we always strive to make sure that everyone is able to get connected.
With the lack of support or the financial constraint, we are not able to make it as well as it could be. So through your support, we wish if you put that in consideration to help us with that gate, at least it would be better. And also, the fence, you see that the community in Mangatene here is so vulnerable. And you see, seeing they are vulnerable, we also need to help the school. You see the wiring or the fence. There are some areas where some people may come in. You see, people are not the same.
The National Assembly's Standing Specialized Committee on Agriculture and Food Security met with Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Lily Elvino Akol, to discuss the President's directive to scale up efforts in agriculture. The committee's chairperson, Dr. Gadia James Keller, underlined the need for allocation of 10% of the national budget to agriculture, in line with the Maputo Declaration, to ensure food sufficiency. Lily reiterated the ministry's commitment to achieving food security, but cited lack of adequate funding as a key challenge facing the country's agriculture sector.
We're supposed to see the budget is reaching 10% in accordance to Malabo Protocol or Kampala declarations about the budget, 10% out of the total annual budget of the country. But that thing is not happening, and whatever we have seen, it is 7 point something, 7.3. So it is a percentage that really, if we are serious enough, if really we are implementing what our president has stated very clearly. Nobody should violate what the president stated.
We assured the committee and the members of the committee that the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is committed to develop agriculture and transform agriculture. Is also committed to heed to the directives and calls of His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit to embark on agriculture development to address the issues of food insecurity, as well as making agriculture the backbone of our economy. We also reiterated our commitment to heed to the call of His Excellency the Vice President and Chair of the Economic Cluster and the entire Economic Cluster and the Parliament as of last year to make sure that at least 2025 we take some concrete steps towards agricultural development.
South Sudan is expected to take part in regional stakeholders forum in Nairobi, bringing together representatives from Eastern Nile country, Sudan, South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Egypt to deliberate on the Nile Basin. The forum aimed to strengthen cooperation and dialogue among member states on matters related to water management, the journey toward Nile Basin cooperation, international water law, climate change, transboundary water diplomacy, and pollution control. Speaking to SSBC, member of the National Assembly's Standing Specialized Committee on Water Resource and Irrigation, Luka Peter Onget, stressed that South Sudan is one of the countries most affected by climate change. He emphasized the important related challenges and need for collective action in protecting shared water resource.
In terms of cooperation among the countries who are benefiting from the Eastern Nile, which are South Sudan, Sudan, and Egypt, and then Ethiopia. But what we are, I realize from this forum is that most of the countries, these four countries, are not in good cooperation, which need more to be done so that they can come together and join their head so that they can settle their differences in dialogue and negotiation. How we can go about our differences and misunderstanding and mistrust among our countries who are sharing the Nile, the Eastern Nile Basin. The rampant logging that our people are doing, cutting the trees, burning the forests, this will affect us. Even though we, as a South Sudan, we are not contributing much on the climate change difficulties, but still we are still suffering from it. So we have to learn how to cope up with the changes that are going about.
The Governor of Bank of South Sudan, Dr. Addis Ababa Tho, PhD, led high-level meeting focusing on fixing and managing the country's national currency. The meeting brought together the bank's first and second deputy governors, directors general, and among others, to begin working on the new roadmap for currency reform and broader economic stability. Although added that the overall goal was to support the Bank of South Sudan's vision of maintaining price stability and building a strong and credible financial system. First Deputy Governor Samuel Yanga Mekaya reaffirmed the group's commitment to developing a concrete solution. Second Deputy Governor Rita Nyankir Akon described the meeting as an eye-opener and praised the governor's bold leadership on a matter of great importance to the nation. Last of this another short break. We shall be right back. Stay tuned for the rest of the news coming up next. Welcome back from that short break. Still watching SSBC News. South Sudan's National Oil and Gas Corporation (NALPET) has announced that it is close to finalizing the strategic partnership with Resba, Moscow-based state-owned oil company. Speaking to SSBC at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, CEFI 2025, NALPET's senior technical advisor Kamal Mabok revealed that memorandum of understanding had been signed in Juba, adding that technical consultations are ongoing to finalize the deal. Once concluded, Resbanet is expected to assist in the installation of oil pipelines and refineries across South Sudan to his oil transportation and processing capacity. Resbanet is a global recognized energy company specializing in exploring, production, refining, and distribution of petroleum and natural gas.
As we were moving around here, we were seeking for a new partnership with the Russian companies, and at the same time to see the new technologies and advances in the field of oil production and oil exploration. So we are here to do business, and we have an MOU signed 2 weeks ago in South Sudan, Juba, with the Rosneft company, and still we are now discussing some small details, very technical details with the technical team to come up with the final agreement between us and
the newly appointed Commissioner of Macal County of Upper Nile State, Michael Athopol, took oath of office before Governor James Kwangchul on Monday. Speaking at the ceremony, Governor Kwangchul underscored the importance of maintaining peace in delivery of basic service in Upper Nile State. He directed the new commissioner to prioritize unity and peace to pave way for service delivery. Central Equatoria Deputy Governor Paulino Lokodo Obeidi, representative of the political parties who attended the event in Juba, reaffirmed their full support to national stability. The new commissioner of Macal County, Michael Athopol, fly to cooperate with the state authority to ensure effective service delivery to the population.
شكرا جزيلا وشكرا نحن من نشكر السيد الرئيس الجمهورية جنرال سلفا كير ميادين للتعيين بتاعت المعقال كاونتي كوميشنر. فعلا ده يوم سعيد كانت جيتوا وانتم نحن عندنا ادفايس كثير للكاونتي كوميشنر، لانه الملكال ما زي الملكال اللي كان في شهور الفات. ده الملكال اللي عندهم استقرار وفي موجودات كثيره الناس تشتغل فيه. هو اهم شيء يلقاه ومواطن بتاع ملكال ده ما مواطن بتاع ابا نايل براو، ده المواطنين الموجودين في جنوب السودان. انا يعني بشكر رئيس الجمهوريه وبنقول لهم انه اهم شيء يشغلوا في زملاء كثير ناس برضه يمشي يلقاه يمشي يتعاون معهم. اهم شيء ده تعاونه وفهم بتاع العمل ده ابغى خليه منه ينجح.
نقول ألف مبروك للناس بتاع أبا نايل وألف مبروك للناس بتاع ماكال كاونتي. أنينا كا-OPP أنينا نون فايلنت بوليتيكال بارتي وعلينا عندنا محافظ بتاع ماكال، دايرين المحافظ بتاعنا والقيادة كله بتاع ماكال ما فيه سيد الحاكم يتعاونوا مع بعض عشان نعمل خدمات تنمية وأمني في ماكال كاونتي وفي أبا نايل بصفة عامة. أنينا كقيادة بتاع OPP نأكد إنه أنينا بندي سبورت للحكومة بتاع أبا نايل وبرضه سبورت للكوميشنر بتاع ماكال كاونتي عشان يكون في استقرار تام عشان ملكال يرجع زي ما هو زمان. أنينا عارفين ملكال بيدمر محارب وأنينا ما بنشاهم في أي حاجة ممكن بعمل حرب ولا نزاع ولا ديسبليسمنت. أنينا بنجيب مع ديفلوبمنت وقادرين نأكد للناس بتاع جنوب السودان بصفة عامة إنه أنينا فخورين جدا من قرار العمل رئيس الجمهورية عشان يعين كوميشنر بتاع ملكال، وده قدام بتاع ازدهار، قدام بتاع تنمية، وقدام بتاع وحدة. وأننا دايرين كوميشنر واحد ناس كله ما يشوفوا إنه ده دنكاوي ولا ده شلكاوي ولا ده قبيلة نويراوي ولا كده. ناس بتاع ملكال شعب واحد ودايرين وحدة في ماكال ودايرين وحدة في جنوب السودان وربنا يوافق.
أنا بشكر رئيس الجمهورية وبشكر رئيس الحزب بتاعي بتاع OPP وبشكر سيد الحاكم وبرضه نضيف نائب بتاعه ونوعدهم إنه هنشتغل معهم بقلب واحد وخطوة واحد، وإن شاء الله هنجيب استقرار لمدينة ملكال بكل القبائل الموجود جوا بالمحبة والشرف. أنا والحاكم هنخدمهم، وإن شاء الله بعد استتابة الأمن هيكون عندنا تنمية مستدامة إن شاء الله. بقدر الحاكم أنا أعرفه هو هيقدر يعمل لنا كل الحاجات اللي فيه. فأنا بشكر كل الناس، نائب حاكم بتاع سنتر إكواتوريا اللي جاي هنا، وأمين العام بتاعنا، وكل الناس ونربولات اللي جو هنا بتاع قومي وولاي، وكل الشعب اللي جو هنا بكل مختلف أنواعهم وقبائلهم.
Western Equatoria State Bangdombo Daniel Rambasi is urging citizens to prioritize peace and unity as essential foundation for development. Daniel stresses the significance of boosting agriculture in fostering economic growth as well as fighting hunger and poverty. Addressing residents at the state capital Yambio, Daniel reiterated that fostering peace and unity among communities is critical toward achieving meaningful development and improving the delivery of essential service across the state.
That peace is the only thing we must work for, and we will do everything possible to make sure that Western Equatoria attains the peace needed and also build the unity of our people. Western Equatoria, we are one, and we can be great if we are one. So everyone must work together, everyone must love one another, and we must make sure that our roads are safe, our towns are safe, even our farmlands are safe, and Western Equatoria must be safe. My message to the people who have not yet joined the government or who are still carrying guns, time for war is over, and Western Equatoria is now set to move forward in unity and work for creating a prosperous state whereby everyone can be enjoying the peace and whereby life matters.
In Abyei administrative area from Sudan through Western Barghazal State, the mayor of Abyei municipality, Ajin, called out appeal for humanitarian assistance for returnees with emphasis on healthcare service. Abyei coordinator in WOW, Zakaria Toby Adok, commend the collaborative efforts and support in facilitating the return of displaced persons to their area of origin. The returnees express happiness for safely returning home and reuniting with their families.
الليلة استقبلنا عدد 302 من العائدين كانوا عالقين في منطقة في ولاية غرب بارغزال واو. وصلوا الليلة وعدد طبعا فيها 81 أسرة والعدد الكلي 302. نحن بنناشد المنظمات الدولية العاملة في أبيي عشان يشوفوا حالة بتاعت المواطنين اللي جو حسي، وبلدية أبيي طبعا استقبلت كمية ده ودير بيتم توزيعهم في حسب السكن الموجود في أبيي، ونحن نناشد المنظمات عشان يسجلوا النازل يتم تسجيلهم وكل الخدمات بتاعهم يوفرهم لهم إن شاء الله.
في ناس كانوا ما عندهم استطاعة عشان يجوا، فالإدارية أبيي حاولت عشان تقدر تجيب الناس اللي كانوا عالقين في واو. كلفتنا كلجنة وقالت لنا على اساس انه نرحل الناس اللي هناك. من هناك حاولنا نسجل المجموعه الموجوده، فالاسر كثيره، لكن المجموعه الجاد معانا هسي هي كانت بتاع 81 اسره. دي الاسر. اما الفرد 302 دي الناس اللي جبناهم معانا من واو، وصلوا معانا الليله في منطقه أبيي.
يا اخوانا أنا حاسة فرحان شديد، وأنا بشكر ربنا أول حاجة، وبشكر لحكومة الجنوب، وبشكر للمنظمة، لأنه لما أنا جينا من الخرطوم ما قلنا نحن نحصل لحد هنا، لكن ربنا ياهو قادر على كل شيء. المنظمة دي يقص علينا الشديد.
العودة الطوعية أنه يدعمونا، لأنه نحن في الفترة الكبير اللي قمنا به ده لحد ما وصلنا هسه الان، في بعض الناس وصلوا بعد 3 شهور، بعض الناس وصلوا بعد شهرين، بعض الناس وصلوا بعد شهر. دي كلها ما خلى اي شيء عندنا، ما عندنا مال نوم، وما عندنا حاجه ناكله، ما عندنا حفظ ذاته، ما عندنا حتى ملابس ما عندنا.
Macdot Lual has been elected the President of the Union of the Transport and Communication, Gisma Yosef Abdelharim as a Secretary General and Jacob Yai as a Treasurer. This followed the Union General Assembly held in Juba over the weekend. Speaking at the event, the Secretary General of the National Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, Kur Nyok Ting, highlighted the vital role being played by the Union of the Transport and Communication in advancing national development. Hadil Abdul Wahab filed the report voiced by Abad Simon Kondo.
The quorum of the General Assembly of this union was 45 members out of its total of 65 members. The nomination process starts with the deposition of President, Secretary General and Treasurer were unanimously elected, with Madwag Dut Lual as the President, Kashim Yusuf Abdelrahim Lubari as Secretary General, and Jacob Yai as Treasurer. Addressing the occasion, the legal advisor Garang Kwal Atiang, the chairperson of the election, praised the integrity of the election of this union as a model for free and fair election.
هو رئيس الشرعي نقابة أمين العام قاسم يوسف أمين المال أخونا جاكوب دي 3 نفر الفازوا بالتزكية للرئاسة.
Mr. Kur Nyok Deng, the Secretary General of South Sudan National Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, commended the efforts of the Elections Organizing Committee. He asserts that the union is one of the tools for the economic growth, social development, and regional integration.
النقل العام نقول لهم ألف مبروك للانتخابات. نقول للثلاثة أعضاء الرئيس ونائب الرئيس والأمين العام نقول لكم ألف مبروك. الغرفة التجارية طبعا هو الأمبريلا بتاعت القطاع الخاص في جنوب السودان كله. يعني النقابات الأخرى دول كلهم تحت مظلة بتاعت الغرفة التجارية.
Madwag Dut Lual, the newly elected President of South Sudan General Union of Transport and Communication, expressed his appreciation to the General Assembly for electing him as the President of the Union. He urged the members to pay their membership dues to ensure a smooth operation of the Union.
كان في حاجة كوي لنقابة كله بده يشوفه حاجة ده كوي وحاجة ما تقدام للزمن الجاي يا بدك كان كوي وأنا بمشي قدام.
It is noted that the union began its work as a trade union in 2013, and in 2022 it was upgraded to National Transport and Communication Workers Union. SSBC News.
The report brings us to the end of our evening news bulletin. On behalf of the technical team in the control room, my name is Mayiriam Yoke. Stay tuned for the rest of the program coming up next. Bye-bye for now. Stay tuned.